Hey guys, it is day 2, Saturday after Thanksgiving, and I'm cutting my pumpkins in half, my decorative pumpkins here, and giving them to the chickens. They absolutely love them. The seeds are great dewormer for any animal, and the chickens and the ducks both love these. Now, later on we'll make some of these, but this is how I usually start my weekend or week or day after of Thanksgiving. I'm going to clean off the turkey bones so that we can have lovely cranberry turkey sandwiches. You know how that goes. Or leftover biscuits, or whatever. Get some of this dark meat off of here that my mother-in-law loves. And there's so much of it. We also have another turkey in the fridge that my husband got from work, a nice smoked turkey. So we get to eat that too as well. And the rest of the bones and everything I'm throwing in the Instapot. And we are going to make some turkey broth. I make all my own broth in the house. In fact, if we don't have beef broth, a lot of times we'll just use chicken broth or turkey or anything else that we have. Got my stack of turkey there, and you can see Bubba was smelling it. Get down. He thought it must have been still there. There is that carcass there. I'm just throwing a few other things in the pot. I always throw a carrot in there. My dogs love carrots, so they actually get carrots for treats, and so they think they gotta come and get the skin off the carrot over here. Throw in an onion. Some parsley. Some garlic and salt. Some pepper. I also threw in some thyme leaves. I think I'm going to get that now. There we go. A couple tablespoons into the hand and into the pot. Put the lid on. Push the poultry button. Make sure that the vent is closed. Fancy store-bought pumpkins. I don't know if these are cooking pumpkins, but they smell amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and collect the seeds from these, and hopefully I can grow some next year. But they were beautiful pumpkins, and they might be perfect pie pumpkins too. So I'm going to go ahead and cut them in pieces, or actually cook them like I would cook any other pumpkin, like a pie pumpkin, and see what they taste like. So I decided after tasting them, they taste great, but they're really stringy. So I buy supplements for my dogs, pumpkin supplements, and it's very expensive. So one of the things that I'm deciding to do is, because it's stringy and not really good for making pies or anything, I'm going to go ahead and save the pumpkin and use the pumpkin to make some dog treats. Sorry about the barking there. Hey, what? There's so many recipes online. I just kind of picked up a recipe, and but there's so much pumpkin here. This made several bags of pumpkin, and So I have several opportunities to make pumpkin dog treats. And I will show you how I'm going to save that pumpkin and make the pumpkin dog treats in a minute. So adding nothing to it at all, I just went ahead and put it in my mixer and blended it up. I took a whole cup, put aside, and I made a double recipe of dog treats. And I'll show you how I do that in a minute. But right now I'm going to quickly bag up the rest of the pumpkin and process this pumpkin. Put it in the freezer, date it, put dog pumpkin on it. Then I'll know that it's not regular saved pumpkin like I like to do with pumpkin pie pumpkins. You can buy English sweet pumpkins or other pumpkin pie pumpkins. So it's just 3 eggs, a tablespoon of honey, and a tablespoon of cinnamon. That's a generous tablespoon. There was only a little bit of that left in the bottle, so I went ahead and dumped it in. I have 2.5 cups of oats in here too. So it's 1 cup of pumpkin, 2.5 cups of oats, and 3 eggs, and cinnamon and honey. That's all to this recipe. I'll leave a link to the recipe below in the description. It does say in the recipe that you should use oat flour, but I've seen other recipes, because when I was looking at recipes, that you can use regular oats too. So if you can't find oat flour, you can use that. Most of the people dusted their counters with oat flour. That is highly recommended because dogs, especially dogs with stomach issues, don't like flour. But this is all I had, so I use what I have a lot. I have young dogs, they don't have that many stomach issues, and it's only a tiny bit of flour, so. Now a lot of people like to buy the little dog cutting tools. I'm just using a round. The dog's not going to go, oh, that looks like a bone. So I don't see making the extra expense for something people like to see, but the dogs don't really care. Now, as I was doing the second grouping of these, because I balled up the dough and pressed it out again, the second grouping, I literally took the cutter, the little donut cutter, and pulled it out as I did it. I started on the outside and it was easier that way. Plus, you kind of want to stick it in the flour or the oat flour that you're using. It's just a lot faster the other method that I did. But of course I didn't catch that on camera. Here, so.
Bubba. I know we have gallon bags open in here. We'll be still in the dog treats though.
I was commenting to my mother, these smell delicious because they have cinnamon, honey, and oats and pumpkin. Where can you go wrong? I was telling her I'm going to taste these and watch. We'll end up eating them, not give them to the dogs. They did not turn out hard. I only did them for 15 minutes, but I've got a couple older dogs, so I really didn't want them hard. They both have a hard time chewing things that are hard, so I didn't worry about making them hard. Okay. Who wants a treat? Who wants a treat? Huh? She wants a treat? You have to sit down. Norman wants a treat. Oh, you want a treat? You want a treat? You have to sit down. Sit. Sit. There you go.
Astro's on the couch.
Oh, okay. The broth turned out great. And I can't keep the dogs away from the treats.